today's job, I'm just installing an outdoor socket. On the inside, I've installed, it's in a cabinet on the inside, I've installed a switch fuse spur to isolate the socket. Just got to run the cable from here to there. My plan is to drill through with a 22mm SDS bit, sleeve it with conduit through the wall with a PVC female adapter, no, probably male, no, female adapter, and then I've got some Prysmian cable, fresh box to go through, Hamilton socket, all the usual suspects, silicone, big wipes, breather plugs. I don't know if any of you use that, breather plugs. And as normal, a bit of Corex, this black stuff, dead handy. I think it's about a £5. It lasts quite a few jobs. You can cut off little sections just so you don't get brick dust and rubbish on carpet or driveways or on the floor. Got my 18-volt vacuum. Right, hole drilled, conduit sleeved in with the adapter on the end there. I'm going to get the cable through because I'll do this end first and then I'll terminate it inside because it's warmer inside, so I can warm myself up. Fresh box of Prysmian cable. Only going to need a meter of it. So I love Prysmian cable. It's quality, the best in my opinion. The only downside is how much they load their reels up because it's really annoying because it's right on the edge. You've got to reel off like 3 or 4 meters before it actually stays on. When you first spool it off, it falls off and it rattles off. So that's the only thing I'll say about Prysmian cable. Is that they fill the drums too much. Some of the other brands have like a larger side so that the cable sits nicely in and you can spool it straight out of the box. However, it is the best stuff in my opinion. Lovely to strip. If you haven't got one of these, get one. They're really great. There's little key rings with the 1/4 bit holders on them. They're brilliant. Next thing I do, I don't see many people doing it. The worst thing I see when I come across external sockets or external accessories in general is people doing drain holes the size of their fingers, like 6mm bits in the bottom of the sockets. Years ago I used to do like a little 2mm or 3mm bit right in the corner, which the manufacturer does have a little hole there, actually indicating drain hole, to do a tiny little hole, like a little 3mm bit. However, this is what you want to use instead. They're called breather plugs. I get them, these are made by Schneider, I get them from CF. Use the cone bit, drill a 12mm hole in the bottom, and the breather plug does exactly what it says. It lets the accessory breathe without letting in moisture or debris or foreign bodies and bugs and stuff like that. So as you can see on the bottom of this box there, just pop it in like that, and it's got an air gap, a breather plug they're called. So yeah, I see them, I've fitted them a lot on external fluorescent fittings or external LED battens, especially big ones, or when there's lots of them, when there's lots of energy. So yeah, breather plugs. They're not that expensive, they're really cheap. As you can see on the back there, don't know if I've got another one to show you. That's a 20mm rubber washer that I put in between the adapter and the thread, you know, on the bush. So put that in. I'm also going to put a bunch of silicone around the hole. Keep it nice and proud so that the IP socket squashes back, especially on Pebble Dash, over the top of the fixing holes. Ooh. Short, load of it in there. I don't think this is a high standard or over the top. I think this just should be the standard. We got conduit through the wall, rubber 20mm washer. We got silicone around the hole, silicone around the fixing holes. We've got a breather plug. Most of the time when I'm fitting external accessories or external enclosures and stuff like that, I'll use these rubber washers, sealing washers, and they're really great. You can see them, they've got like a rubber seal which compresses against, there's like a metal washer and then a rubber seal. They're really handy. Most of the time I use these. However, I'm going to use what the manufacturer has supplied, those little rubber bungs that go on top of the fixing holes. Stock up on this a bag of rubber washers. I use them, I must admit, I use them like 80% of the time. So, and they're from Screwfix, and it's just another thing you can do to keep the integrity of the enclosure intact, so it doesn't get compromised by moisture or foreign bodies. As with slack, I always go to the furthest part of the box and then add an inch. I'm not far off there, so that's good. I do love these Nip-X pliers with that groove there. I love that, it's perfect for doubling over. And then just form them in. Right, that's all done. Just get rid of the worst of it. Get rid of the worst of the dust, but that's all done. I'll connect up the inside bit, do a quick test, and then I'll be done. But that's how I do my outdoor sockets.